From a vantage point on the town's church steps, visitors and residents alike stop and stare, almost unable to make sense of the view. In front of them, glimpses of what remains of downtown Lac Megantic after the devastating train crash 3 weeks ago. After his first visit to the site, the mayor of the provincial capital said it was much worse than he imagined.
I
visited the red zone this morning, and I can't find a better word than apocalypse now. It's much worse than I thought. It's devastating. It's very bad.
The area is still an active crime scene. At least 5 people are still missing. And of the 42 bodies that have been recovered, 34 have now been identified. With a population of just 6,000, everyone knows someone affected by the accident. And that makes it even more difficult for those working the disaster zone.
The emotion is there, but without the emotion we can't do our job also. So they're very rational in what they're doing, but very passionate about rendering the bodies of these victims to their relatives.
Apart from the media and curious tourists, the streets are virtually empty. Some businesses are open, but customers are rare.
I hope they can do something, rebuild the place, either like say maybe a small shopping center or a park will be, at least don't just close it.
Local officials are promising to build a temporary rail line just outside the town because big businesses rely on it to survive.
Selon moi, il y a une priorité actuellement, c'est la vie économique.
My priority is the economy of this town, because they're already facing collateral damage, like losing their jobs.
The Ministry of Environment estimates about 5.7 million litres of crude oil was spilled in the crash, and about 80 kilometres downstream from Lac Megantic, the oil slick is in plain sight. Inflatable booms have been set up to try to contain it, but that may not be enough in the long term. The cause of the train derailment is still being investigated. Many of the answers lie behind this fence, a visual reminder that this town will never be the same. Kath Turner, Al Jazeera, Lac Megantic.